Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Okay, dear student, on the base of this theory, on the base of rule of debit and credit, we solve the sum number 4 in given exercise. So question number 4 is there. So let's start now. First transaction is there, rupees 50,000 brought in cash and started business. So first of all, the given transaction is a cash transaction because cash word is mentioned. So cash account affected. Second is there, owner brought. So whenever the owner brought anything like goods, assets or cash, so it is affected to the capital account. कि जब भी ओनर कैश, गुड्स और असेट्स बिजनेस में लाता है तो कैपिटल अकाउंट इफेक्ट करता है. तो कैश इज अंडर द रियल अकाउंट and capital it is under the personal account. So in this transaction cash comes in. So cash comes in and owner is giver. So apply the rule of real account. Debit what comes in. So cash comes in. That's why cash account DR. Owner is giver, so apply the rule of personal account. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So here owner is giver. That's why capital account credit. Okay, students. First transaction, cash account debited to capital account. Next transaction is there, a loan of rupees 10,000. Taken from Jasleen. So we borrowed loan from Jasleen. Due to this transaction, our liability is created. So when we take loan from the Jasleen, two accounts are affected here. First one, cash comes in our business. So it's affected cash account and cash is under the real. So cash comes in. Next one is there, our liability is created. So we can say that affected the personal account. Jasleen is giver. So liability created. So we can say that Jasleen is give benefit to the business. So apply the rule of real account. Debit what comes in. So cash account DR debit and Jasleen is give benefit to the business. That's why as per the rule of personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So loan of Jasleen account, loan of Jasleen account credit. Next transaction is there, bank account opened by depositing rupees 30,000. So in this transaction, we open an account in bank by depositing rupees 30,000. So it is 100% cash transaction. Due to this transaction, cash goes out from our business. And second is there, we deposited money in a bank. That's why bank is a registered firm. That's why bank account is affected. So two accounts are affected here. Like first one is there, bank, that is under the personal. Bank under the personal, and case it is under the real. Case is under the real. So bank is the receiver and cash goes out. Cash goes out. So apply the rule for the personal account and apply the rule for the real account. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So bank is a receiver. That's why bank account debit. And apply the rule of real account. Debit what comes and credit what goes out. So here cash goes out. That's why cash account credit. That's why cash account credit. Next one is there, a computer purchased for rupees 8,000. A computer purchased for rupees 8,000. So in this transaction, a computer is our fixed assets. In this transaction, a computer is a fixed asset, and the name of person is not given. That's why it is treated as a case transaction. That's why it is treated as a case transaction. So two accounts are affected here. First of all, it is a case transaction. That's why case account is affected. Second is there, a computer is our fixed assets. That's why computer account is affected. Computer, it is under the real account, and case, it is also under the real account. Case is also under the real account. So apply the rule of debit and credit for this transaction. Computer comes in, and cash goes out, and cash goes out. Apply the rule of real account. Both accounts are affected with the real account. Debit what comes and credit what goes out. We purchased computer, the computer comes in. That's why computer account debit. DR. And cash goes out. That's why cash account credit. That's why cash account credit. Next one is there. Stationery purchased rupees 1,000. Stationery purchased rupees 1,000. So given transaction is a case transaction because the name of person is not given. The name of person is not given, and stationery is our business expenses. So two accounts are affected here. First one is there, stationery is our expense, business expense, and next case, it is case goes out. So that's why case account is affected. So stationery, it is an expense for the business. That's why it is under the nominal account, and next case under the real account. Under the real account. So stationery under the nominal. That's why stationery is business expense. Stationery is business expense, and case goes out. And case goes out. So apply the rule of nominal account. Debit all the expenses. Debit all the expenses. That's why stationery account DR, and apply the rule of real account. Case goes out. So case account credit. Next one is there, 6th number. Purchase made of rupees 20,000. So in given transaction, the person name is not given, the artificial person name or the name of institution is also not given. That's why it is treated as a case transaction. So here purchase what is mentioned. So purchase account affected and purchase is under the real. Purchase किसमें आता है? Real में आता है. Cash transaction is there. That's why it is also under the real account. So when we purchase, goods comes in. So when we purchase goods comes in and cash goes out and cash goes out. So here we record purchase account BR and cash account CR. That means credit. Now the next transaction is there. Purchase made of rupees 30,000 from Raman. So the name of person is given Raman. That's why it is credit transaction. That's why it is credit transaction. So Raman account is affected as well as the purchase made. That's why purchase account is also affected. Purchase under the real account and Raman is under the personal account. Under the personal account. When we purchase goods on credit, goods comes in our business. So here we record goods comes in. Goods comes in and Raman is given. Second effect, Raman is given. Apply the rule of debit and credit. Like for the real account, whatever comes in, debited, goods comes in. So purchase account debit and Raman is given. Apply the rule of personal account, credit the giver. So Raman account credit. Now next one is there, goods returned by Neela of rupees 1500. So now the return that means there are two types of return taken place in our business. First one is there purchase return and next one is there sales return. Purchase return, how to identify the purchase return and how to identify the sales return. If in a given transaction the word buy is mentioned, that is sales return. If two word is mentioned, that is purchase return. So in the given transaction, goods returned by, so that is sales return. Goods returned by Neela of rupees 1500. So it is sales return transaction associated with the goods. So sales return account affected. And second, the name of person, the name of natural, the name of living person is there, Neela. So it is also affected. So two accounts are affected here, sales return and Neela. So sales return associate with the goods, that's why real account. And Neela is a personal account. Okay. When sales return taken place in our business, so goods comes in our business. So we can return goods comes back and Neela is giver. Neela is giver. Apply the rule of real account. Debit what comes in, so goods comes in. That's why sales return account debit and Neela is giver. So apply the rule of personal account. Credit the giver. So Neela account credit. Okay friends. Now next transaction is there. Paid rupees 500 for the carriage. Paid what that means? It is a expense for the business. Now the carriage that means it is an expense when we transport our goods from one place to the another place. कि जब हम अपना goods एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाने के लिए जो expense करते हैं, that expense is known as a carriage. So definitely it is a business expense. So carriage account affected. Second, it is a cash transaction. That's why cash account is also affected. So in this transaction, two accounts are affected: carriage account and cash account. So first we report carriage. It is an expense. That's why it is under the nominal, and cash it is under the real. So nominal, apply the rule of nominal account. Debit all the expenses. So carriage is expense of business, and cash goes out, So carriage account debited as per the rule of nominal account. All the expense and loss account debited. That's why carriage account debit. And as per the rule of real account, credit force goes out. That's why cash account credit. Now the next one is there. 10 number. Commission received. Rupees 5,000. Received, that means our income. Definitely it is a cash transaction. So two accounts are affected here. First of all, commission, the name of income. Second, cash account, because it is a cash transaction. Cash account under the real. Cash किसमें आएगा? Real account में आएगा, because it is our current assets. And commission account, it is under the nominal, because it is a income for the business. So as per the rule of cash comes in because it is our income, and commission is income for business. So apply the rule of debit and credit. Debit what comes in, so cash account DR, and commission account C. Okay, now dear student, transaction number 1 to 10 are completed. On the base of this sum, you have to do question number. You have to do in exercise number 2, sum number 1, 2, 3 and 5 in homework. Okay, thank you, goodbye.